This is a really good spot right here. You can see the front face of this thing.
Yeah.
And that's what you're, you can get the baits and let it just call them out. That's one thing with these prop baits in top water. You can keep the bait in a pretty fixed position for a period of time and just let it drift.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, here's another one. Ooh, great big one there, Bubba. Ooh. You know, right now, Jake Wallace and I are out on the water doing one of our absolute favorite things, fishing for smallmouth bass. You know, in Minnesota, we're blessed to live in the land of 10,000 lakes. A lot of people don't talk about all our rivers, and we got a lot of them, and a lot of them have big smallmouth bass. And right now, Jake and I are gonna look for strategies and tactics for catching smallmouth bass throughout the summer months in rivers. And we're talking serious, serious fun. When you're talking, they're biting on top water. It's, come on, boys. Beautiful fish.
Oh,
got another one?
Got his buddy.
There you go. There we go.
that is why rivers are so much fun.
Why don't you come up this direction and keep them away from the Calines? Oh, we'll make this easier. Mr.
Boy.
Clam. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go. Look
Not
at
a
that.
bad start to start off with a double.
Yeah, no.
Where's that Bubba? It's just up there. It is.
Right here. Okay.
Thank you. Avoid these sharp hooks. Not bad. You know, like James said, we're fishing here midsummer, and it's one of the best times to target smallmouth bass. You know, we had a ton of rain this spring, and we had a lot of high water, and what happens is those bass push out of the main river and go into these small feeder creeks when the water's super high like that. In the last couple weeks or so, the water's dropped, those bass have sucked back into the main river, and they're in really predictable main river spots. And so when you find them, it's a lot of fun, a lot of doubles like that, and it's gonna be a good day.
You see how that current is sweeping into the left, from left to right here. See up there, I'd cast up that way and let it sweep in. Oop, there's one.
There he is, nice.
Oh, we got me one on a topper. Yep, that's one thing I like about the topper. You can deal with these runts a little bit easier. You can do a little bit better manhandle on them with a bait casting rod and 17-pound mono. Yeah, deal with them. Huh, no, this guy is right on the bubble of a flipper. I could flip him, but I'd rather not with that skidder prop in its mouth. Oh, come here, buddy. Come here. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Oh, boy, it's a little bit heavier one. These fish are really carrying a lot of weight on them. Come here, buddy. We're gonna get this thing back in the water and talk a little bit about one really important aspect of fishing for smallmouth is understanding the nature of the fish. And realistically, we're fishing like in about a 50-mile section of water, river miles. And these fish make really dynamic movements. And what I mean by that, many of these fish may travel over the course of the year in excess of 20, 30 miles. And at this time of the year, midsummer, certain sections of the river unquestionably hold more fish. Come on, boys. Okay. Boy, that was a beautiful fish.
Yeah,
First one on a topper. Oh, but my buddy's got another one.
The top bite's happening, yep.
That's a good sign.
It is.
As I was saying, these fish really can make really dynamic movements seasonally. And what I mean by that, in winter, these fish winter in deep holes, and that's usually above the dam in this particular section or below the dam, which is quite a bit of water here. Throughout the spring, the water rises. We have a lot of rain. This year, we actually had a tremendous amount of rain, and the fish spread out within the system looking for the best available forage as well as spawning habitat. Throughout the summer when we're here, this is really sort of prime time right now for summer fishing. And what we're looking for is shallow, fast water sections of the river. Those are really key areas throughout the summer, not only for bass, for walleyes, smallmouth bass, muskies, all the different species of fish will target or focus in those areas because of food, oxygen, and current. That's the real key, because they're not anywhere. You just don't dump in the river generally, and they're everywhere. That's not the case. These fish are making very, very distinct movements where you get into areas, and then you'll find big, vast groups of fish in a really confined area. Then you'll have vast areas where there are no fish. Oop.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, wow. Now this is going to be an interesting activity here. Come here, boys. Oh, wow. That boy, he's right in a pretty serious feeding spot there.
You need the scoop, sir?
Yeah, this is going to be more of a nettable.
Yep,
It'll
all right.
make this far in a way easier, I think. Okay. Well,
I'm coming.
come here. I do have 17 on here, but okay. Nope, I guess I can just land her.
Okay,
It's not
all
that,
right.
It's not that bad. Come here, buddy. Come on, buddy. There you go. Ooh, there we go. I do know one thing. A topwater bait is tough to beat. In my estimation, popper and a prop bait is about as good as it gets when it comes to catching these guys here. I mean, beautiful, beautiful fish. Look at that guy. Come here. We'll get her back in the drink.
Got him. There he is. He just sucked her down that time. Yeah, I mean, he didn't even make a sound. It was,
No, it's a real softie.
Yeah. Ooh, stay down, buddy. Stay down.
I'll get the net out on that little runt.
I think he's gonna pop up right in the. He's gonna pop up. He's right under the boat.
Come on.
They really make you sweat and work for it.
What?
Oh, she's right there.
I know. Gosh, you can't believe it.
It is amazing how hard they can fight. There she is.
There you go.
Oh,
Oh, there's a biggie.
thank you.
You know what? That's a good one there.
One of the better fish, and it was one of the softest eats.
Yeah.
Oh, just barely hooked. What a beauty river smallmouth.
You know, one really important thing that people don't really think about is line. And for topwater fishing like this, it's really, really important. I think it is, especially when you're throwing big baits like this with big hooks. Not only that, the type of line. I'm fishing with Suffix monofilament. I like a pretty good sized reel. This is a Tutula, a 150 high-speed reel. But the other thing is about the reel itself. This 150, you'll notice it actually has a larger spool. When I'm fishing with that heavier monofilament, it affords me to make longer casts. The last thing is I'm fishing with the St. Croix Mojo bass. This is 7'1", medium heavy, fast action. You know what I mean? So a lot of times you're hooking them way out on the end of the cast, and it's the rod, reel, and line combination that ultimately, to land the fish is pretty key.
You know, right now we're fishing for smallmouth bass, but no matter what you're fishing for, whether it's steelhead, muskie, walleye, bass in rivers, the biggest part about fishing rivers is understanding and reading water and actually visually seeing where the fish are positioning. And one big thing to look for is current breaks, right? And that could be a number of different things, whether it's covering the river like rocks or wood piles, or it's seams in the river where you actually have a big eddy that's pushing the fast current coming down, and then you've got slack water behind it. Those are the types of areas that you want to look for.
That's a good one
Yeah.
there. Whoa, whoa.
That's a big
He
one.
was a real bull snapper. Look where she was sitting, right
Yep.
at where it's supposed to, right on the front face. Wow, whoa, I'm not kidding you, these boys are tough. So one thing that's sort of nice with a bait casting rod, with 17-pound mono, you can muscle them around a little bit easier. It's a little bit easier to land them.
There you go, sir. Nice fish.
Wow. Oh,
look at that.
Look at that. Even the skidder prop, came out in the net. Boy, look at that thing. Beautiful, beautiful fish, though. They are so darn tough. You know, throughout the summer months, you know what I mean? Right now, the water temperature is about as warm as it's gonna get for all year. And these fish are feeding up, no question about it. The water's getting clear, and they're eating crawdads, and anything they can get their chompers on will get her back in the water. Ooh.
You know, right now I'm using a top water, and the reason for that is because you can fish it around so many different types of cover, from rocks to wood to right now we're fishing along a weed line. But if you look on the floor of the boat here, we've got a ton of different baits, from spinner baits to crank baits to swim baits to tubes. And the reason for that is certain baits perform better depending on the type of cover you're fishing. He was hugging real tight to the bank. You know, as an example, spinner baits perform exceptional in wood, right? You can throw them into wood, they don't get snagged up. Oh man, this dude's built like a little rectangle. Crankbaits work exceptionally well on deeper rocks, right? So it's nice to have a variety of different presentations laid out depending on where you're gonna be fishing in the river. This looks pretty good, huh, Jim?
It does. This is right where we're casting that real deep current seam. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ooh, nice one.
One thing that's really critical about, you know, these river smallmouths, how they move up and down based on, excuse me?
Yes, sir.
To really key feeding positions when they're active versus inactive. And not only that, when they dump down or they're a little bit more inactive, a lot of times what you have to do is change presentations. A lot of times when they move up, like when you look on this spot here, the head of the spot here, the active ones would move up and the inactive ones will drop down this deeper current seam. You can see we actually have a really distinct current seam here. We were initially throwing topwater baits up on the head of the spot, and as soon as I picked up that 2.5 tube, I got this one. So, okay, I'm gonna move upstream here.
I'll get behind you.
Yeah, if you could do that, that
You
would
just swing her in.
Yep, come here. Whoop. Okay, come on. Oh, come on, boys, come on. Oh, come on. Oh,
He's close.
I know. I know.
Oh, we got her.
Wow. What do you think about that? Bring them aboard. Ooh, she's a real little
Real
bull.
nice fish.
A real bull, a brown bull. I mean, that's what you're talking about. Smallmouth bass in river fishing. If you're an angler, oh gosh, he wasn't even hooked that good. What a beautiful fish, though. Look at that thing. Boy, they're tough, aren't they?
Incredible.
We'll get her back in the water. What a beautiful animal, though, aren't they? Come here, look at that thing. Wow.
And so James said that when the fish are really active, they get to the front face of the holes. And when they're inactive, a lot of times these fish will drop back to the slack water, the back ends of the holes. So depending on the mood of the fish, that's where you're gonna wanna target. Oh boy, I just got hit there.
The real interesting thing is this applies to all different river fish. You know, Jake fishes steelhead and trout a lot in rivers. All river fish sort of react the same. They have the tendency to move to really predictable spots to feed, and when they're inactive, they're either going to go downstream or upstream out of that real main current flow or the conveyor belt of food. And each spot is sort of laid out different, where we actually have like a very distinct little point here, and then you have a big slack water eddy in here, and you know, a really slower moving presentation right on the inside of that current break.
There he is, got him.
Size?
It's hard to tell.
There you go.
Feels a nice one, nice one. Switched up, went to the tube.
We'll see. Okay. Okay. There
I'll
you go.
switch with you, sir. I'll go up
Okay,
above,
let me
make it
move
easy.
into my random position here.
Where's he at?
That's one thing nice about the spot lock, where it holds us, or the talons, whatever the case may be, when you hook a fish. Otherwise we'd be downstream here about 20 yards before probably 50 yards before we'd even land this runt.
He's got this physics rod just bent over. They are so tough.
I know, like it's
crazy.
amazing. I know.
I mean, he's nice, but he's, you know.
He's not big.
No,
I know,
he's not
that's what
big
I
by
mean.
any stretch of the imagination, and they are just such brawlers.
Oh, come here, buddy.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
So nice one. Look at that guy. Ah. Nice, buddy. See, the tube has been the program.
He's got that tube down the hatch. There it goes, right there. Beauty. All right, let's fire her back. There she goes. You know, we've been using a lot of different rods here, but one I've been using a ton today is the St. Croix Physics 710 medium light power and an extra fast action. Now this physics line is awesome. It's super high end and it's incredibly sensitive, which is really nice because we've been fishing a lot of different covers and I can feel this tube going over rocks. I can feel it if I hit a piece of wood. I can feel it obviously when the fish bite. And it's a great rod for doing this. And it really loads up well too, because I mean, these fish are pulling in this current. And so it's nice to have a longer rod to really absorb some of those head shakes and control the fish a little bit better. And on this physics, I got it paired up with a Daiwa Procyon aluminum 3000 size reel. It's got a buttery drag. It's great for fighting these fish. And I've got it spooled up with Suffolk's Advance 832 braid in a 10-pound test. And the one thing we did different here with our setup is normally when you're fishing smallmouth bass, you want to go lighter, go finesse, you know, whether a 6-pound fluoro for a leader or maybe an 8-pound. And today we're running 12-pound Suffolk's Advanced Fluorocarbon. And the reason for that is these fish are fighting hard and we wanted a little extra strength to be able to turn their heads upstream. It's a deadly setup for river smallmouth. Whoa. Is that the right one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. Whoa. I don't know, boy.
Well, I'll get you the scoop.
Wow.
Get out of your way, sir.
Ooh. She's a whopper.
Oh.
You know, probably two of the most important tools we have in the boat, believe it or not, is our Minn Kota trolling motor with spot lock on there and the talons. And intermittently, we're using them all the time based on, you know, when we're sitting on an individual spot, if you're sitting there, and we'll pin in whether we're going forward or backward. At first, when I first got them, I didn't think they were going to be that valuable. After you start to get used to fishing with them, it's just unbelievable. Oh gosh, I'm not kidding you. This is a big boy here. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
I got the net ready.
Come here. Oh, come on. I know. I'm trying. Come on. Oh wow. There you go. Come on. There. Oh, there you go. Ooh.
Nice.
Wow. He was a real ruffian.
Go.
I'm not kidding you. Look at the size of that guy there. Good one. Come here, buddy. Ooh. Okay. Come here. Okay. There you go. Now that's what you call a fun day on the water. River smallmouth. The real key to it, a couple of different things. The baits you're throwing, presentation, how to fish individual current breaks where the fish position to feed. But I tell you one thing, it is a gas.
You know, Google doesn't know everything, believe it or not. I just tried to punch up how many times is the word faith mentioned in the Bible. And it's going all over the place. I'm not getting a simple answer. And the reason I asked that, there was something I wanted to talk about. Also, this is a book I just read recently. Faith Still Moves Mountains. When I read that title, it really got my attention. Because simply, the whole Bible is built around faith. Your faith. Faith-filled prayer. Faith-filled prayer is what moves God. It's not circumstances of life, things like that. It is not. Yeah, he's touched by those things, but he is moved in a big way by our individual faith. And the Word of God says faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Pretty clear. And that's what faith is all about. That's what the Christian faith is based strictly on our faith, our own personal faith. And when we talk to God, do we believe what we're saying? Do we believe he's going to answer it? And there are so many powerful scriptures that talk about faith and mountain moving faith. You know, and it gave example after example of people in the Bible and how their faith changed the world at that point in time that they lived in, the world we live in today. And people say, how can I get to God? How can I talk to him more? Man, you just exercise your faith. Talk to him from your heart. Come to him from your heart. And believe what you're saying. Believe that he hears it, because he does. When you're talking to him with faith-filled words, you have an audience. God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, is sitting there with an ear like this. He wants to hear what you have to say. And he will respond in many ways, many ways. You'll feel that little gentle tug that comes into the heart when you seek him. And he's always there. He's there 24/7. Even for those of you that never prayed, you never asked him for anything. Today's your day. You want to see if he's alive? Is he real? Does he care about you? take a step of faith. Talk to him with a faith-filled prayer from your heart. You can pour it out to him. He's there. He knows what you're saying. It isn't the words that count. You know what counts? This. It's your heart. It's not the words, it's your heart. Do you believe what you say when you say it? And that's when Father God says, I got you. I got it. If it's in line with my word, my son, my daughter, I will bless you with it. It says, taste and see that I am good. That's God's own words, and it's true. Hey, from all of us here at The Edge, have a great fishing season. See you on the water.
Closed captioning is provided by Smooth Moves, adjustable boat seat suspensions for a smoother ride. This segment is brought to you by Drotto, the catch and release boat latch.
They like to eat when you're throwing the right thing.
You don't have all bluebird flat calm days.
Just a perfect eating size fish.
See, that's what I'm talking about, these Daiwa drags.
We got walleye stuff, we got crappie stuff, we got pike stuff.
This boat is rigged up about as nice.
Easy to use, and it flat out works.
It's a must-have when you're talking about big waves. Well, these trout are so darn tough.
Incredible 11-year warranty.
So that was on a number 8 Shad Rap.
Your style of boat control is really key.
One that was there from the very beginning.
You want to be able to see in the water. The adventure begins.
We are loaded for bear, we got
You know,
pikes.
there's so many different ways to fish for walleye. Dependability and efficiency.
Simple, fast, and easy.
The best rods on the planet.